Hey guys, it's your girl Big Root True Talk back with another one, episode 5. And today we have a special guest by the name of Tiffany, you guys. Yes, give a round of applause for Tiffany. Thanks for coming. Oh, you look so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So you guys, today, since we talk about relationships in this show, it's called True Talk. We are literally talking about relationships, right? But when y'all think of relationships, y'all thinking about a boy and a girl and a boy and a boy. It's not just that. It's the relationship, what's going on in this world today. Yes, I said it, today. So with that being said, guys, we are going to talk about why is people so in the dark about the truth. You get what I'm saying? How do you feel about that, Tiffany?
Well, it's really a broad situation, like across the board.
Okay.
So being dark in the truth is social media, for instance. Like, we tend to just follow whatever is the new thing to think about, or for instance, the Kanye situation and Kyrie.
Okay.
Nothing was ever said that I heard that was anti-Semitic or against Jewish people. It was about a group of people who are the upper echelon of the Jewish community, who dictate the music industry, Hollywood, and it's a fact. Like, everyone's known this for years, but for some reason, because it's mentioned, it's a problem.
Okay.
So, I mean, being in the dark with how you look, if you ain't got the big butt and the slim waist and, this perfect image, what are you?
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it's so many things that wrap into that. Like, I'm glad you put it that way, because everybody just is so woke these days.
Exactly, everybody. But the crazy thing about it, and that's why I like my show, because it's about your opinion. It's not about you talking about the next person or bringing somebody down. But you're stating your opinion.
That's the thing.
On a situation.
You don't have an opinion anymore. Like, nowadays, if you say something, cancel them, get rid of them. You can't say that. Like, freedom of speech is out the window.
Do you feel like it's a way how people say it, though? Like, because sometimes if you keep it real with a person, they get mad. But they want to know the truth. Like, they want to know the truth, but they get mad when they hear the truth coming from you.
Oh, yeah. Because you've already wrapped in your head what you feel is right. So no matter what, there is no other point of views, and that's just the way life is becoming. Like, either you on this train or you at the station. Ain't no hopping on no other trains. Like, that's just it. You don't have a voice anymore to just be like, hey friend, you know what? I felt like you was wrong. What your friend do? Well, why would you feel like I was wrong? And like, whose side you on? Like,
and then go back and tell them that, hey girl, why this girl say that I was this? And it's like, she was just keeping it real with you.
But that's hard to do now.
It is.
It's hard to keep it real with even your friends, let alone strangers, or because everybody got an input.
But
especially
what
now,
about
everybody put their business out.
Exactly. What about the fact though, when people keep it real just to say, "Oh, you look beautiful"? People take compliments way more than bad things. You say bad stuff to a person, then they get mad. But when you say good, they happy at that. Oh, you look beautiful. Oh, I like your jacket. Oh, where you get those shoes?
It doesn't necessarily have to be bad. It's just like my healthy criticism. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you know what? Maybe next time you should. And it's always also delivery.
Yeah.
Because you could say something to somebody, and that's a lot of the problem now. Like I was bringing up with the Kanye situation, sometimes it's just a person's delivery that will catch a person off guard. Like, no, I'm not feeling that. about that situation.
Yes.
Whew. I've been waiting to
waiting to get this out.
Yes, because it has really been like digging deep in my soul how people are so quick to jump ship first off. Oh yeah, thank you. He which one you want? He started off talking about his family issues, and don't get me wrong, I know he can rub people the wrong way, and I don't agree with everything Kanye says.
Okay.
But
when you hear the truth
there
on
you go.
something,
At some
when you
point,
feel,
you
and that's
feel
one thing. One thing, when you feel it is fine, but if you don't feel it, then it's a problem.
My thing is, why do we feel like that we can cancel people? Yeah. Where did this godly complex that we get in where it's just like, oh, I can dictate who does what you say, but that's only because it's being pushed.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Thank you for having me.
Anytime.
But no, it's being pushed. I'm not a conspiracy theorist or, really dive into all of that. But, I mean, like you said, how are we in the dark when the truth is just hitting you every which way? Exactly. And in that situation, that applies so well. Mm-hmm. Because so many people are, oh, cancel Kanye. How could he say this? How could he say that? He said they would never let him go. Look at him losing all his money, and he's not a genius. He's not smart. I mean, it really turned into this, like, kill Kanye. Like, get rid of him.
But at the same time, though, they've been kind of feeling like that before this happened. Like, ever since he started talking, I think, was it a talk show or something?
It really started with the mega hat.
Okay.
I feel like the mega hat is what really made people like, all right, what's up with you? Like, why would you do it? And you know what? At that time, I really feel like he wasn't all the way, and that's a problem he has with expressing things the right way. Mm-hmm. It's like you know where he's going with it, but sometimes he can derail, and a lot of the times it's because of the person hosting him. Like, I've literally watched them, like, deter from things he's saying and, like, change the subject. And what it does is make him even like, okay, but well, let me tell you about this. And then mm-hmm. you get lost in translation. Okay. So it could be so many different factors that go into why people feel a certain way about Kanye. But honestly, I feel like he's been screaming these little truth gifts here and there.
Exactly. Like, and instead of people not taking it in, because you end up finding out about it later, and you be like, Kanye said
you get lost in the delivery and the antics sometimes. Mm-hmm. But sometimes we gotta just sit back, listen, decipher in. And that's the thing. We don't know how to decipher in things anymore. It's just always whatever's in front of us. Yep, that's what happened. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, he crazy. Mm-hmm. You heard what they said. You see, he talk about his wife, and then he want to get back with her, and this and that. I said, that sounds like a normal man. Like, I'm sure you've had a boyfriend or baby daddy or husband or whatever that has said, you know what? Fuck her, she doing all this, she doing all that. I don't want to be with her, talk down on you, and then be like, baby, I love you, I just want to be with you, I miss my family. Mm-hmm. Like, when did that not become normal?
Exactly.
Now it's, he need to get back on his meds. Like, you people are really sick. To even feel like you are someone's doctor and you know when they need their meds.
Like, you ain't got your problems that you going through.
When did this become where it's not normal to have emotions? Mm-hmm. Like, we're all supposed to be on this one track of acting the same, and if I'm happy and I know it, then I gotta clap my hands. Like, no, that's not how it goes. Like, what? Like, it really trips me out. And my heart go out to Kanye.
Okay.
You know.
So all the people that agree with that, thumbs up. If you don't, we understand your opinion too as well.
Yeah, I mean, and give your opinion.
Yes, it's good to give and take criticism.
This is the thing. We have to start talking about these days. Besides letting the media and like decipher it for you.
Exactly.
Like, what is the problem with you thinking? Mm-hmm. And I feel like everybody just jump on the train. Then soon as he posted text from his trainer saying like, I'll put you back in a mental facility and dope you up, you will never see them kids. Now all of a sudden it's, oh, Kanye was right. Kanye was telling the truth. He said that they was doing this to him. That's proof. What happened to being crazy? And all this crazy stuff he talking about, and he has no idea, and he just need to get back on his meds. Oh, now they've been doing him wrong. Like, people are really just not aware. Like you said, they are in the dark and just swear everything's the truth.
And that goes right along with my next question. Why do you think social media is affecting the world in today's society?
I say this all the time to people. I really feel like social media is like the devil in a way. Like, seriously. Because it brings the worst out of people. Mm-hmm. I was looking at the girl, Ari. Mm-hmm. And she was commenting on the fact, like responding to another person who said something about her child and related him to Takeoff's death. As if he was there in the child. Like, I was like, what in the fuck? Like, when did we get here? Where we're deciding that we can just throw people kids into a whole homicide. A baby.
Exactly.
And we think that's cool and funny, or relating him to something that's adult-like. Like, what is wrong with y'all? When did this become okay? But we can't normalize Kanye feelings about his wife and her family and what they do. This man ain't, like, when they said the get out situation, that's exactly what he sounds like. Like, and it's not a facade. No one can just come up with that. You can see it in his face. Like, he's not making this up.
Mm-hmm. What about the Chris and Blueface? What about that situation to you?
Honestly, I don't have too many feelings about that. Mm-hmm. You know, I root for her. I really do. She reminds me. Everybody had their homegirl.
She's young. Like, they're young though.
I just feel like she's making him relevant.
True.
Anytime you hear about anything,
he did just bust down Tatiana.
Exactly. The main factor is her. I forgot what song he made. If you wouldn't have just said that, I wouldn't have known what Blueface song was.
That was the only song.
That's the only one we know of.
Exactly.
But no, I wouldn't have even thought about the fact of any song he made. Mm-hmm. Because when a person says Blueface now, I say Krishan. Mm-hmm.
So instead he thinking, okay, well, yeah, let me get this, let me get that. He not understand she taking away from you. That's making you irrelevant.
He done became Krishan's boyfriend.
Exactly.
Like, who is Blueface? Like, it's about her. But she needs to take advantage of that and move the hell on.
Exactly.
But just my personal opinion. Because at this point, you know you're in a toxic situation. And this goes for a lot of women.
Exactly.
And that's what makes this not news for them.
Exactly.
Because this goes on every day. Like I see, we got friends, family. You always have that woman that's like, okay, it's toxic, but I love him. Mm-hmm. And they got to go through it and get through it. And either he changed, they stay, whatever the case may be, which is rare. Mm-hmm. It ain't news. And that's another thing with social media. Like, these are distracting factors. Okay. These are things that are thrown out. Like we were talking about earlier. You get ready to Google something and the whole thing to pop up before you even finish your thought.
Mm-hmm. And I know everybody done did that, because that is crazy. You could be thinking about, I love a cat on the door. For some reason, you put, I love that cat on the door pop up. You be like,
something, I love the cat on the door. You start getting ads and pictures of cats hanging on doors.
Like whatever you Google, you start seeing it on Facebook.
And everything. It's an ad for something.
Yes.
If you look at something too long or click it or like it, you're gonna see. What was that? I was looking up the Santorini, Greece, and because I wanted to go there. And do you know I still get ads of Santorini, and that was probably like 2-3 years ago.
That's just like Hawaii.
Girl,
you get those little things still of trips, and it be like, okay.
This is what people are talking about when they say we're programmed.
Mm-hmm.
And what you mean when you say you're in the dark and you don't want to see the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's all the time. It's just a continuing cycle of just nothing to distract you from something.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I fell, victim to it myself.
Exactly.
I will catch myself just scrolling when I was about to order some food.
Exactly.
Like, next
and
thing you on Instagram, and you're like, how the fuck I get
That's like when you put your phone down, you have so much time, but you're not even paying attention that you're giving your mind a rest.
I looked up some recipes one day, and I'm still getting, like, pictures of people's food that they made. Like, bunch of videos and caterers and all that, and I'm like, damn, just stop looking up recipes.
Mm-hmm.
Like
when you look up clothes, you look up clothes.
Look,
when you look up clothes, you see clothes. When you look up hair, you see hair. I'm like, oh my God,
Mm-hmm. But that's what Kanye is also saying. Like, we're so programmed to go with whatever we see.
Exactly.
Like, on a daily basis, it's just constant. Need butt shots. Dr. Miami. It's just so many
But then you change your body and you're not even worrying about the fact that you have to exercise after and eat healthier. People change their bodies and then just don't exercise. Now they done gained it all the way back.
Honestly,
you can just exercise.
To each his own.
Mm-hmm.
But remember when skinny, petite, that was the beauty?
Mm-hmm.
You know how much that's changed? Like, we would look at the Aaliyahs and, all of them as, oh, wow, she beautiful, she fit, she's this. And now it's like, she's skinny, she's like, she's sick.
Yeah.
We need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it turns into that. And it's like, why is this push so hard?
Yeah.
Like, why is it pushed so hard, especially in our communities? Like, and I guarantee you, if we did a statistic right now about how many times a black woman sees, like, body changing, strap up little undergarments, all of that on a daily that they didn't prescribe to.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just always in your face, and social media is the leading factor, and then we also have our YouTubes and all of that, but that's also like a choice search. Like, you literally, most of the time, if you go on YouTube, it's pretty much something that you continuously search for, or you have to search for it. Not with your Instagrams, not with your Twitters, not with your Snapchats, and what's the new one? TikTok. I say, oh, what's the new one?
TikTok. They call me TikTok.
Right, TikTok.
Play that TikTok video.
Play that TikTok video.
So the next question.
And that's another thing. Before you go to it, everybody wants the TikTok. Like, I have never seen so many old ladies on TikTok twerking and moving to
it's like it's the exercise. It brung out stuff in people, especially when you get
and
likes.
I'm not saying that it's nothing wrong with it. It's just the fact that once something get pushed, it takes off. And why are we so quick to just accommodate to it and get hooked on it? And it's like, damn, we really don't think for ourselves. We really don't decide, you know what? Like, I personally made a decision to not do TikTok, to not be a part of it. I personally made a decision not to I didn't want so much social media.
Exactly.
You know, I never had Snapchat. I consciously made those decisions because I'm like, Facebook is taking up enough time. Instagram is taking up enough. I don't need 5, 6 other avenues of watching people. Like why can't we reel it back? And this is what people are talking about when they say we are programmed. Because we don't even know how to reel it back. If they came out with something new right now, and some celebrity was like, okay, I'm finna do something new on here, and everybody's gonna gravitate to it. Let it be a Drake, do something. Everybody's gonna gravitate to it, and now that's the new thing on top of Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, like all of these different like I don't know how we have.
I just feel like social media messed it up. Period, due to the fact back then we didn't have Wi-Fi, computers, stuff. Social media, we didn't have social media back then. I think we had Twitter, something like that.
No, we had
what's that?
what was it called?
I don't even remember this.
Dang, what was that called?
Tweet.
No,
it was something like that. I thought.
I can't even think of it, but we could put everybody pictures of your closest friends and all that. What was that called? No, it really don't matter.
But anyway, we had one, but we really couldn't get on it anyway.
Man, remember when we had before it was the party line.
Yes.
That was the first form of like social media gathering type of thing. It was like everybody remember that party line. But it was the first that we seen it.
So the next question is, why do the government cover up so much?
Girl, we'll be here all night. We'll be here all night.
Why do you think the government covers up so much?
Oh my God. Like, if they didn't, we would be free thinkers. We would be deciding and pushing back on more things. This is why, like, there was so many different stages of life that we know of. Because of things being hidden, because of things being pushed, agendas being pushed. Like, if they didn't hide things, it's either we would drastically succeed or we would kill each other off.
Well, we're doing that already.
But at a more rapid rate. You know, it's one or the other because it goes into people really wanting to know the truth.
Okay.
Because, see, we can say, oh, why they didn't tell us this or why they said, if they told us everything that goes on, baby, people would be in your house right now. Because they swear the world is going to come to an end. And they want to take everything to its self-preservation. And that's what life will come to. Even though it's getting there anyway. Yeah, exactly. Like, we are already, what we've been talking about since this started is why we're already there.
Exactly.
But, that's deeper. That's deeper than I think we could go tonight.
Not too much.
But no, it's not just so much to our governments. Like, we have like the richest families, and one of the most powerful ones is Jewish. And we use them for everything. From our clothes to everything. But we get into that another time too. But these things, it ain't even about me truly believing it. It's facts. There are secret societies. There are factors and people at these levels that dictate what you see and what you don't see because of so many factors. They're making money over it, main factor. There's an agenda, whether it's to eradicate, whatever that may be. And we're blind to a lot of things, mainly because we want to be. Like, even though we say we want to know everything, we really don't. We really don't. Some of us do. Yeah. But most of us, of course not. Just like wrap it back around.
And it's like when you hear someone talk, if it ain't what you want to hear, you blocking them out.
Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving. That situation, a person seeking knowledge, going to a site that we all go to for clothes, shoes, food, movies, whatever we can think of on Amazon, we go and we look at. I've done the same thing he said he's done. Looked through a catalog of different documentaries and was like, man, what's this about? Let me watch this. And then find some truth in it or something that calls out to me, and then find some things that don't. And if I shared the link, so what? It is up to a human being to click on it. To be honest, that didn't really jump in sales for Amazon and for the people who made that until they made a big deal about it.
Exactly.
On the outskirts of agendas. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, everything kind of like aligns with that truth seeking that we don't do. And that we just look at things and just run with it. Like, I was really disgusted to see so many like black men of stature, like literally like a stature, excuse me, literally like he's an idiot. And then you turn around and look into them, and their movie theater played the documentary, but he's the idiot for watching it and no. This is something that you all are not really looking at. Look at who's putting them out to say this.
Exactly.
So we'll be on that.
Okay, so next question. Why do we believe everything we hear and see on social media before we do our research?
Right on time. Look at you. Because it's easier to just believe something. It's easier to just look at it and say, yep, that's what happened. On to the next scroll. Honestly, the question is, do people really care, or are they just jumping on the bandwagon? Which is what we do. We don't have a free thought of our own of, well, I can't say all of us, but most people don't have that. It's just, oh, okay, yeah, did you see what such and such said? Did you see what they said about such and such? Yeah, they crazy. He really did rob his mama. How you know? You was with him? Like, seriously,
I saw it on social media. I read it. Just because you read it don't mean it's true.
I heard somebody say, it gotta be true if it's on the shade room. Oh. They get it first, huh? Like,
they got it the same way you got it.
And that's the thing. That's why it's
the
so
news.
hard. Yeah. Yeah.
The news play over and over and over in your head just to show. Like,
it's worse than the news.
Why is y'all playing the news over? You just played that an hour ago.
No, but see,
just to keep it
the
in your
news
brain.
is old news. The new news is your bloggers and all of that. That is what people follow.
Exactly.
You could walk up to somebody outside and ask them who's their newscaster on Channel 5 or Channel 7 or don't nobody know. Mm-hmm. If you ain't over a certain age bracket, you don't know. Mm-hmm. Because you get your news from social media. Mm-hmm. You get your news from YouTube and no one looks at the news like that anymore. Exactly. Unless one of their family members hit it. Mm-hmm. Or somebody they know. Mm-hmm. And even then, you saw it on Facebook first.
I saw it here though first. Oh, I heard about that.
Somebody shared it. Yeah. That's how you saw it.
And a good example, my dad watched the news every day, and he'll tell me and keep me up with some stuff. But it'd be like he might say something, and you hit it right on the head, because I'd be like, oh, I heard that. But it be from social media.
You ain't heard shit. Ain't nobody walked up to you and told you a motherfucker. You looked on social media
and read
it. Because somebody shared it. Like, that is exactly how it goes. And we are all guilty of that. Like, we don't seek out truth. We only look at what we found, what we Google, Google is your best friend.
You can Google something, and just because it said, like, if you think about it, anything you look up on Google and it got something to do with your health, the first thing pop up is cancer.
Girl,
you know what I'm saying? It's
please don't look at Google for medical advice.
Exactly. That's the part.
You will be ready to off yourself because you think you got.
You be looking and saying, "Oh, I feel this way and got this." They be like, AIDS.
Right? Like, damn.
You go to the doctor, they be like, "Oh, it's stress, so it ain't nothing." They done tried to kill you.
Right. But no, it really is like we don't search out truth.
Yeah.
You can ask one of your friends, like, when the last time you read a book? Mm-hmm. Like, was like, you know what? Let me go look up what goes on in this state in an encyclopedia. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, what attractions they've had, and you can find those things if you look up, certain counties or whatever, but we don't do that anymore. Why should we, right? It's accessible, better to just pick up your phone and Google it.
We didn't know them directions. We had to get on that phone and call you your house phone, the landline. Hey, what's the address? You write down.
I still remember my childhood landline number.
Me too. You writing down. Hey, go right. Take 2 lefts. Then take another right. It's a stop sign.
Right.
Don't turn right.
Somebody telling
turn
you
left.
Go.
You write down there. Wrong thing is over for you. Like, okay, be there in 10. You come right back. You know what? I was out there for an hour looking for that.
I just came back home.
I made that. You said make that right? No, it was a left. Like, you know what? I ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Them used to be a lot. Yeah. Oh, I ain't coming back.
Yeah, I ain't gonna make it.
We'll try again.
It's different now. Mm-hmm. And
it's more easier. It's easier, but it's harder.
But see, here's the thing. All of them, and this is a prime example from your The Simpsons or just movies. Yes. And
The Simpsons is
it's
really
always the end for us is technology. Mm-hmm. Every time. And if you notice now, we are on that road because we're no longer thinking for ourselves. Mm-hmm. We're going by whatever is going through technology these days that everybody's telling us we need to think. Mm-hmm. And that's, I really feel like that's going to be our end unless we start thinking for ourselves.
Exactly.
And not being, don't get me wrong, we are all followers by nature. Mm-hmm. We lead, but at some point, you gotta follow.
Exactly.
So, by us having that nature, it makes it so easy to be led astray. Mm-hmm. And that is what we're dealing with on a daily basis. We're just letting whatever comes in front of us lead us in that direction.
Exactly.
And that's just it. That's what we rolling with until something else comes. at what point? And then, cryptocurrency is a very good example of that. You know, there are highs and lows, but you're going to follow that trend that's going to make you some money. That's our lives right now. Whatever that trend is that's going to make you some money is where people will go. And it doesn't matter if you selling your soul in the process.
Exactly.
It's okay because it made me some money today. And I can feed my family and do what I need to do for myself. This goes back to our boy Ye. Love him dearly. But you have to teach the people who are not at that level. Where are the people that are at that level teaching the people that are not at that level how to get there? And giving that hand. And this is what he was talking about with the Jewish people. I posted this Jewish guy talking about Magic Johnson and how, he was nothing. He shouldn't have been in the forefront of any race, yet alone black people. All he did was get AIDS, and that was disgusting, and no one should have been looking up to him for that. And he hasn't done anything to help his community. This is what he said. You know what we do? We open up banks. We have a bank right now for a Jewish person to come in and get an interest-free loan and start them a business, and they don't ever have to pay it back. Because you know why? It'll circulate to them anyway. It's not that they don't have to pay it back. It's just that they're going to make their money on the back end.
Exactly.
And then keep their people still doing this one by one. This is all Kanye was saying. Why can't we do this?
Exactly.
I'm being the sacrificial lamb to give the game so that we can start doing this. F them.
Exactly.
And instead of us embracing that, we wanted to go against this person because we're not thinking with our free mind and say, hey, I may not agree with everything he says, but he got a point there.
Exactly.
He has a point there.
Exactly.
And I can listen to this person talk more than I can listen to that Negro that gets on there and tells me I like to fuck bitches and kill niggas and run the streets with my niggas and do it over and over again. And that's all he's saying. And that's all where we're blind at with making our relationships with each other better. And our lives better, and our kids' lives better, and their kids' lives better, generational wealth, because we can't even stick together enough to see what another black man is talking about.
Exactly.
And that's just where we at.
Okay, so the last question is, why do you think people run to social media when they get mad?
Girl. You know, I've had the biggest issue with this for so long. I mean, back when even, like, you had to be in college to be on Facebook. You had to have a college email. People would literally get into it on social media, and that's mainly because I just had a situation with you here, and then I'm getting online and I'm talking about it. Even if I ain't saying your name, you know I'm talking about you. And at this point, it's beyond just venting. Exactly. You know, and even that's dumb. Like, I never understood why people felt like social media was their therapist. Like, I never understood that. Like, baby, we not here to give you free therapy. We're here to talk about you and laugh. Because that's what's happening every time you do that. Exactly. Every time just for fun and games, not for. Every time you get online talking about your baby daddy and what he. Girl. First of all, the fact that you taking the time to throw someone, and I know it also comes with maturity. You know, and when we were given something so big like social media, we didn't really understand how big the platform really was until now. these past, I would say probably about when people start making money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's when people start really realizing how big this platform is and how much of an impact it's making and going to make on our lives. So I really think that people just felt like it's fun and games. You know what I'm saying? I can say this, I can take a picture like this, I can do this, I can do that, and it's not going to have any repercussions or consequences for my actions. And it started to. Now you got to watch what you put. If you have any type of career, you got to watch what you put on there or you will be crucified for it.
Exactly.
If you're not fired, you're fined, you're dropped from things, you can't do, maybe if we didn't put so much into this shit, people wouldn't lose so much, especially their lives. Look at them, all these rappers. Like, you can post a picture, and if a person recognizes where you are, they are coming for you.
Exactly.
I mean, I worry about, my little nephews and cousins, because if you ever get into any money and you're posting this stuff, even if you ain't got it, because most of the time these kids are stunning anyway. They ain't got what they showing on there. That's somebody else's or whatever the case may be. But you're setting yourself up.
Exactly.
And with women, it's like, this ain't, like I said, this ain't your therapy. This ain't, this ain't the time to, like, when did we get so ratchet? Like, where everything gotta be put out for everybody to see. Like, there's nothing, and then you'll defend it at that.
Exactly.
Like, you'll be like, yeah, why can't she walk outside with her butt out with her kids? Why is that a problem? Why do we sexualize everything? It's not about sexualizing everything. It's just disgusting.
Exactly.
Like,
and when you
we
do
don't
it,
live
when you
out
do it, you think about
in,
that. You think what you're doing. You see. You
we
think
don't
it
live
before
out
you.
in the wild and don't have clothes, and we ain't 1,000 years back, and we not trying to go back there. I personally like wearing clothes, and a lot of people do. Like, why are we trying to rationalize irrational shit?
Exactly.
I do not understand that, but we do it. And we try to make it seem like that should be and is, and soon it becomes the norm.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. And honestly, like, I've really been sitting lately like, damn, this is really making me sick.
Exactly.
Like, looking at it. And that's why you be like, you don't really be on social media like that. I'm like, no, certain things I'll go look at, but like scrolling down.
Exactly. And that's what I do. I do post, I post, but I don't just go and be on Facebook and just go and look at. I probably look at the first 4 people and then, or 5 or 6, and get off of it. I don't go and just be on it like doom. I check my, you know what I'm saying, my messages to see if
but everybody can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said before, that's the reason why I cut myself off from being on every social media avenue, because I caught myself spending too much time just on one.
Exactly.
So it's just like, what we doing? And for some people, yes, this is a business. This is how they make their money. And kudos to you, bitch. More power to you.
Exactly.
But I'm not about to become your customer.
Exactly.
I don't have to dial in for it. I'm good.
Exactly.
Like, but I'm like I said, I'm proud of people who have taken the avenue and made it whatever got them where they are.
Exactly.
But it is becoming like a damn near sickness. That we just like, forget everything else. I just need to check and see. Like, it's crazy. It really is. But that's life. That's the generations either down, super, which is most likely where it's gonna go.
So how do you think, since it's bothering us at our age, how do you think it affecting the new generation that's going on right now for the 2000s?
Honestly, it's gonna be something else that's more advanced, that's more
even more
state of the art. Exactly, but it's gonna cause even more problems.
Exactly.
Because it's the track record. That's what's been going on, and we've been okay with it and complicit to these things. So it's like, okay, why should anything change? We just gotta make it bigger and better and make people really want it. That's the life we live, and it's gonna continue to be that way unless we decide, you know what? No, we got enough. This is enough. But people always gonna want to make money. So when is it ever gonna be enough?
Exactly.
We'll see.
Exactly. So y'all heard it first. This was Tiffany's point of view on just everything, social media, the government, just how people relate to things, and life is just changing in general. So with that being said, you heard it first from Big Roo True Talk Podcast.